Hey, what's going on guys? Adam here and welcome to the channel. In this video, we're reviewing Voyager, which offers a cryptocurrency exchange and interest account all in one. Not to be confused with the Daft Punk song, which also shows up in search results. RIP man, your catchy tunes will live on in our hearts forever. Anyway, we will take a look at an overview of Voyager, some key considerations, and then I'll give you the verdict on when you might want to use it. At the end, I'll quickly compare them to other ways to buy and hold crypto. If you want to check it out, I put a link in the description where you can get $25 in Bitcoin after trading $100 of any cryptocurrency. That's an easy 25% ROI right off the bat. All right, let's get into it. Voyager was founded in 2017 here in the US. The company's CEO and co-founder, Steve Ehrlich, is a former CEO of popular stock trading platform E-Trade, among many other companies. The rest of the three co-founders have successful track records as well. They are a publicly traded company under the ticker symbol VYGVF, which is pretty unique to cryptocurrency services. You can actually buy stock in the underlying company. They also have their own Voyager ERC20 token under the symbol VGX if you are interested in that as well. First up, let's talk about the exchange side of the app. It is a full-service cryptocurrency exchange where you can buy and sell over 20 cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. Another unique feature is they don't charge commission when trading, and the prices are very close to that of other exchanges. They claim they are able to do this by taking advantage of price discrepancies on cryptocurrency exchanges, so basically price arbitrage, and pass the savings on to you while keeping some for themselves. The user experience is top-notch on the app, and most things you need to do are very intuitive. The buy process is extremely quick, even without funds on your account, but you will need to wait a couple of days for transfers to clear before sending crypto out. You can link your bank account with Plaid, transfer money in, and buy cryptocurrencies in about 2 minutes. Voyager is a licensed crypto asset broker, having received approval from FINRA, the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority. Also, because they are publicly traded, for security and regulatory reasons, Voyager is publicly audited. They also have an interest account integrated seamlessly into the platform. You don't need to do any extra steps beyond hitting the minimum amount to start earning interest and also hitting the like button. You can earn up to 9% APY on USD coin, with Bitcoin at 6.25% and Ethereum at 5.25%, which is paid out monthly on each cryptocurrency you hold in your account. Just like others in this space, they offer very high interest rates. Assets are stored with Ledger Vault, who have achieved SOC2 compliance and are insured for theft up to $150 million. As great as everything sounds, there are a few considerations to think about. First off, cryptocurrency in general is still relatively volatile. To be fair, it's not as bad as it was a few years ago, but it's still volatile. Like Bitcoin more than tripling from $13,000 to $42,000, crashing back down to $30,000, then over doubling to $60,000, all in the span of 3 months. But you could say that about some stocks too. It could just as easily half in price, so just be careful with the money that you put in. There are cryptocurrencies called stablecoins that anchor to the price of fiat currency. So for example, the price of one USD coin is always around $1, so these could be used to stabilize your investment. These also have really high interest rates in Voyager, as well as other cryptocurrency interest accounts like BlockFi, Celsius, and Nexo, so it could be a good place to park some cash. To earn those high interest rates, you need to keep a minimum amount of cryptocurrency averaged over each month in order to get interest. For example, you'll need to hodl 1% of a Bitcoin, 50% of an Ethereum, or 1,000 Cardano in order to get interest. In US dollars, this translates to almost $1,000 at a minimum, which is definitely a large chunk. You guys getting sick of that joke yet? For real though, that is a lot of money, so it could be a deal breaker. If this is the case, but you do want a full service exchange and interest account all in one, don't worry, BlockFi has you covered. If you want to learn more about them, check out my review up here and also down below. Another thing to note is that they don't offer interest on some of the cryptocurrencies you can buy through them, but they do support most of them. The biggest ones they are missing is Ripple and some stablecoins like Tether and TUSD. Here's a quick scroll through of Voyager rates and minimum balance to earn. If you don't see a number, then they don't offer interest on it, but you're still free to buy and sell. It's not a huge deal overall, but just make sure that they support the crypto that you want. Their customer support seems to be absolutely swamped right now. It took me almost a month just to open my account. To be fair, a lot of other crypto-related services like Gemini are taking a while, so it's not just them. The only way to contact support is through an email ticketing system, and you can't pick up the phone and talk to a real human. Unfortunately, this is pretty common even with big financial apps like Robinhood. Again, they're not the only ones doing it. I opened a support ticket to test the speed out a while ago, and I haven't heard anything back, so if you run into issues, it might take a while to get resolved. It's only accessible through an app. There is no browser version and currently is only available in the United States, so everyone else will have to use alternatives like BlockFi, which is functionally very similar to Voyager. But there's also Celsius and Nexo, which I also have reviewed on this channel. Again, links below. Another note is I could not find a lot of details about their security measures or custodial services, so this area is a lot less clear. Like I mentioned before, they state in a blog post that they use Ledger Vault as their custodial service, but they also show BitGo as a partner on their website, so it could be a combination of both. Also, the business model lacks some transparency, especially as to how they offer a high interest rate. They seem to rely solely on their price arbitrage I talked about earlier for revenue. Most crypto interest accounts lend out your assets to generate revenue, but Voyager doesn't state that they do that. Maybe one of you guys can clear this up in the comments. The last thing to keep in mind is that not your wallet, not your coin applies here. These aren't your wallets, so Voyager can freeze accounts if necessary. They are a publicly traded company licensed through FINRA, so they're probably not just going to run off with all your money since they have a lot at stake. All right, here's the verdict. There are 6 cases where you might want to use Voyager. First is if you're hodling or hanging on to your cryptocurrency long term, but also want to earn interest on it. This works the same way with a high yield savings account where you can earn interest on the dollars you put in, but instead it's with cryptocurrency and the interest is way higher. This is the main reason why I'm using it. I put some of my cryptocurrency in there since I wasn't doing anything with it anyway, so might as well get something for it. Second is if you're totally new to cryptocurrency and just want to get a foot in the door or an easy to use interface. Voyager, in my opinion, is one of the most user-friendly exchanges, which is perfect for an occasional crypto buyer like me. Third is if you're looking for a specific cryptocurrency only they offer. Not all exchanges let you trade every crypto, so you might have to use Voyager to get the one that you want. This applies to any exchange. For example, I had to buy a coin through Gemini because they were the only exchange that sold it. Fourth is if you're looking for an investment that can offer you a consistent return. The average return on stocks is about 6 to 7% per year, but with Voyager, you can get up to 9%. I'm doing this with the stablecoin USDC, so my value doesn't fluctuate at all really, and I'm earning an extremely high interest rate on it. Fifth is if you want to diversify your transactions across multiple exchanges. So if you mostly use Coinbase and want to spread it across to other exchanges, you could also use Voyager, and vice versa. Voyager has limits on how much you can buy and sell, so you might need to use other exchanges to work around that. The limits are pretty high, so you probably won't need to worry about it unless you're a day trader, which you shouldn't use this app for anyway. The sixth and final reason is if you want an all-in-one platform where you can buy and hold crypto for a reasonable price. The only other service that really does this is BlockFi, which is another amazing platform, but has some key differences. Again, I've reviewed it on this channel, link is up here and down below. You don't want to use Voyager if you're a heavy trader like I mentioned, and probably don't want to use this as a high yield savings account unless you know what you're doing and are comfortable with the risks. Just like with stocks, you don't want to put in money you can't afford to lose, but it is an interesting investing opportunity in an increasingly digital economy. My honest opinion, Voyager is a phenomenal service which lets you easily buy, hold, and earn crypto all on the same platform. It does have its issues with fairly high minimums, backlog customer support, and questions about their business model. It's up to you to weigh the risk for yourself, but I personally do have a good chunk in Voyager. No Zeke this time, I promise. If you already have cryptocurrency or are looking to purchase some, you definitely should check it out. I'll put a link in the description. Real quick, let's compare Voyager to other ways to buy and hold crypto. BlockFi is the closest alternative, but you can also buy crypto on other exchanges like Gemini or Coinbase and transfer it to both those or to Celsius and Nexo interest accounts. You can't transfer crypto out of Robinhood, Webull, or PayPal, so I don't recommend using these, but you can if you really want to. So BlockFi is probably your best alternative here. They have an app as well as a website. You can fund your account the same way as Voyager to instantly trade crypto and earn a similar interest rate, which is also paid out monthly, but with no minimums. They are widely regarded as the most secure and transparent cryptocurrency exchange and interest account, but they did just slash their rates for those with large holdings, and they don't support nearly as many cryptos as Voyager. I have the majority of my holdings with BlockFi, so overall, I'm a huge fan. The buy process for Gemini and Coinbase is very similar to Voyager, but they do have higher fees. You can use Gemini Active Trader and Coinbase Pro to save on a good chunk of fees, but the UI is less intuitive. You can then transfer the crypto you buy to Celsius and Nexo to earn interest. The actual process of doing this is okay, but it's obviously extra steps than just buying and holding on the same platform. The main issue right now is that crypto is booming and the demand is so high that transfer fees can easily run you $20. So dollar cost averaging is extremely costly. Maybe if things settle down, it'll be worth it to do this, but for now, just stick with Voyager or BlockFi. So that's it. There's my honest review of Voyager plus some other options to compare it against. Hopefully this video helps you decide if you want to try it. If you do, feel free to use the link in the description. I hope you have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take it easy.